So now we're going to add the man to the program, and this will be very similar to the technique we used for the lady, except the man is starting at the right side of the window and then moving to the center. So let's just begin by creating a brand new shape object, and I'm bringing a new object into my program, so I have to come up with a name. So why don't we call it man pick? And I think I will copy this code from the lady and change it a little bit because the technique is the same. Okay, so this will add the man to the shapes collection, and now we can very easily manipulate that shape and move it around. So let's first place him on the window. So we know we can use the shapes collections move method, and remember, as we learned in the last video, that the move is it's just going to put the shape in a specific place. It's not going to animate the shape, you know, over a duration of time. So we use the animate method for that. So this will just allow us to put the shape where we want it, and then we'll animate it after the fact. So we have to provide 3 arguments to the move method: the name of the shape, it'll be the man pick in this case, and then the x and y coordinates. So it'll be man pick, and then we're going to start him at the far side of the window. The window is 600 pixels wide, so why don't we put him over at the 500 mark and 200, because the lady was, her y value was 200, so we want them to be on the same level, you know, so they're walking and meeting in the middle. So let's look at this. All right. Look at the, notice what's happening here. Obviously the lady is moving, she's all set, but look at the man. Even though I put him at the same y coordinate as we put her, he's still way at the bottom here. And notice that the man picture is actually a little bigger than the lady picture. And it looks like he's closer to the camera, so to speak, than she is. So that's an issue of sizing of the pictures. These pictures happen to be of different sizes, and I left this in here, this discrepancy in here, because I wanted to show you another method that will allow you to resize a shape, and that is the shape's zoom method. Okay, so I'm going to call the zoom method on the man shape, and look at the arguments here. We have to provide the name of the shape, it's the man pick in this case, and then the x scale and the y scale. What do we mean by that? Say man pick, and then as far as the scale, I want to scale him down about 75% in this case. I just want him to be 75% of his original size. So I will provide a 0.75 for the x scale, and of course a 0.75 for the y scale, and that will size him down a little bit. Now he's roughly the same size as the lady, and look, his feet are higher up, so it's like they're on the same plane now, because we want them to be walking towards each other and meet in the middle. So that's the zoom method, and then we're home free. We know how to animate a shape, so we'll just call the animate method on the man in this case. So it's the man pick, and let's see, he is going to end up around 230, and I just eyeballed this and tested it out beforehand. It does require some playing around on your part to get these, you know, to get the coordinates in roughly the right place and whatnot. I'm not real picky about, you know, oh, things have to be exactly in the right place, and you know, I'm not going to be too strict about that. We need to choose our battles in this class. I know there are some people in the class who care very much about the way things look, but you know, you need to really focus on the more important things, which are the programming concepts. So don't get too hung up on, like, you know, where things are and the placement of things in this class. So there they are. Okay, our animated shapes. Just one quick FYI I want to throw out there. If you wanted, you know, when this program starts, the man and the lady are shown on the either side of the window. If you wanted them to start kind of like off camera, you could do that. For example, let's say I wanted the lady to start off camera, and then after a few seconds she kind of moves into view. You can put a coordinate on the window, which is not actually part of the size of the window. For example, I can give her a negative 50 as her X starting point. Okay, and when I run this, she started around here. Okay, negative 50 is over here, out of view. It's beyond the boundaries of the window. And same with him. Our window is 600 wide, so if I started the man at, say, 650 or 700, he's over here right now, and then here he comes. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to stay within the boundaries of the window with your coordinates. If you want figures to start off camera, so to speak, or move off camera, then you can absolutely expand those coordinates accordingly.